Okay, so in this skimboarding series of video, we are talking waveboard traction. Now, as far as I'm aware, traction pads are fairly generic, around the world. There is no right or wrong way to go about this. I'm really just here to tell you about the options, what I would use and preferences. Now here in New Zealand, Sticky Johnson is a New Zealand company, has been a huge supporter of what I've been doing with Access skimboards for many years now, for 10 years or more. Basically with a waveboard such as this is right here is one of my carbon fiber Kingfish model of boards. You can see I have my particular board set up with tail and front pad. Now we pretty much have, I'm going to say, 4 options for traction on a waveboard. We have the no traction, we have simply just a tail pad, we have a tail pad front pad combo, and you can see, hopefully you'll be able to see on camera, front pads are quite flat, and we also have a tail pad arch bar setup. Now a tailpad arch bar has been very common throughout the world for many years, and I think it's probably the last year or two that the tailpad front pad combination is sort of slowly gaining in popularity. I ran a tailpad arch bar for quite a few years. An arch bar offers you a huge amount of support. One thing I've always said, if you're a small kid or a smaller person, I would keep away from an arch bar because they tend to be quite high and quite bulky and actually too big for your foot. The Sticky Johnson ones are anyway. I'm the only one who has been stocking Sticky Johnson arch bars. They really lock you in really well, so if that's the feeling you're going for, I would suggest a tail pad and arch bar combo. If you want a little bit of a freer feeling, certainly, and what is, like I said, becoming the most popular around the world right now is the tail pad front pad combo. I prefer this over the arch bar just purely for feeling alone right now. It doesn't give you a front foot locked in as much feeling, and it also allows for like a lot more freedom under that front foot to move. In terms of board weight, there's really not a hell of a lot of difference, and of course it helps with just more surface area when it comes to wax and things like that around the surface of the board, especially over, say, a tail pad. If you run just a tail pad on your board or no wax, you need plenty of wax on the boards. With a standard textured deck on, I'm going to say just my skimboards, I'll use just my skimboards as an example, run a textured fiberglass finish on these boards by default. You can run no wax. I suggest putting wax basically everywhere on the board. If you think your feet are going to go exactly the same place on a board every single time you go skimboarding, you're considerably better than me. I like to put wax around the side, right up to the nose, between there, because who knows what the hell's going to happen in the water really. And those are really just the options for traction out there in the water. I have no preferred option. I get a lot of people asking me about traction and really overcomplicating it. One is not necessarily better than the other. One is not going to magically work and the other one magically not. It sort of just depends on more of a feel. If you don't know what you like, then it doesn't really matter as far as I'm concerned, because like I said, none of them are particularly better than the other. My advice is to at least run a tail pad though. I prefer to see at least a tail pad run on a board. These are 49 bucks on top of the purchase price of the board. Sell a pack like that for $89. This is of course in New Zealand dollars. Again, if you want to save yourself a few bucks, run no traction and just run surf wax, and that's about it. It's about as much as there is to say about skimboard traction for waveboards. Now in this series I am focusing mainly on the New Zealand scene and my brand alone. There is no point asking me questions about other brands and other spots around the world because I simply won't know. I have no information to give you. You can feel free to contact me. All my details and links and things like that will be down in the description box below. Preferring to keep this style of videos relatively clutter free. That's it. I'm Sam Price. I'll see you at the beach.